Mortgage rates are improving. Hi, I'm your mortgage guy, Dave Steinberg, and this is Rate Watch. Every week I bring you the news that you need to know to make better, more informed decisions when taking out a mortgage or buying a home. So here goes. Rates are getting better. Now, when I talk about rates, let me just explain that years ago, decades ago, there was one interest rate. You'd go into a bank and they would have a rate, and that's the rate you'd pay. But today, the rates vary depending on your fact pattern and the market that you're in. So for example, there's about 0.25% difference between the rates in New York and New Jersey. Why? Because that's how the market is pricing it today. Your rate will also depend on things like your credit score. If you have great credit scores, you'll get a better rate. If your credit scores are not as good, you'll pay a slightly higher rate. So it all depends on your fact pattern and where you're buying. But here's the other thing. And today what I want to talk about is risk. The rates are getting better. And some of my clients are saying they're going to wait. They're going to wait till the last minute to lock in their rate. I get it. You see the rates improving. But the question for you is, how risk averse are you? So let me use an analogy. Are you somebody who skates on thin ice, or do you take a life preserver to the bathtub? And that obviously describes two poles of people, but there are people who really are prepared to take a risk. They're risk takers, whether they're taking risks by doing extreme sports, but more likely just in terms of their personality, they're willing to take a chance. Other people like having certainty. They like knowing what's happening. Depending on your risk profile, in the coming weeks, if you're in the market to buy a home and you, let's say, have a contract already, if you're a risk taker, it may make sense for you to wait. If you are somebody who embraces certainty, I'd say that you might want to think about locking. If you have any questions about this, reach out and talk. I'm your mortgage guy, Dave Steinberg, and I'm here to help.